But listen, I tell you what, very exciting because it's time for the main course, and because you're here, we asked Heston to come up with an American theme. Shall we reveal it?
Lift the lid.
And you tell us what it is. Oh, already delicious.
Shall I give yours first?
No, which one's whose?
That's yours.
Oh, this is
It's chicken.
Oh, look, it's
by the
got a
way.
little cute picture of me.
And that's edible. So the napkin's edible.
So what are these things on top?
I've fried onions.
They're so not.
Did you say
They're so not. Yeah, they look like fried onions.
Okay, so what is this?
Oh, man. Okay.
Why? Like, all
Come
of
on,
the things on this food is stuff I fish with. It's like chicken livers.
Oh, no, see, this is very cute. Look,
Okay.
look, see,
Okay,
the
so
napkin is Ashton.
I do like that.
Look, can you eat this?
I do like that.
Only joking. No, you can. You can. You can. So take a bite.
Are we meant to eat the napkin with the dog?
I've got crumbs
So you can leave the paper.
I'm not mad at it.
So you've got a chicken hot dog, but it's inverted. So the ketchup and the mustard are on the inside. It's a liquid-scented hot dog.
That is good.
And then you've got fried mealworms on the top.
My friends were really jealous when they heard you were cooking for me.
It's actually not bad.
No.
The worms are all right.
Everything's better when it's fried. Look at the mealworms.
Why would you fry a mealworm when there are onions available?
This is actually the hot dog is one element, and the worms another element from this Mission Impossible series. So the fried mealworms, there is actually, I do believe, people aren't going to believe this at all, but in the next 5 to 10 years we will be starting to eat more insects. There's 40 tons of insects for every human being on the planet, high source of protein, environmentally friendly. And they're nice. They're nice.
They're all right.
Yeah, they're not bad.
The worms
They're
are
really
all
No,
right.
they are very nice. Seriously, thank you very much for, because it's, you know, it's nice to see you. You didn't bring anything, but no, you brought food.
Oh, I got all kinds of things.
Pig nipples? I doubt it.
No.
$1. Something.
Yeah, I did like a pound,
Yeah,
maybe.
foreign
even,
money.
Like, yeah, foreign money.
No, I tell you what you brought us, and it is a rare thing, Ashton Kutcher. You have brought us a romantic comedy that is both romantic and funny. No, and those are really rare. They are. I mean,
They are.
really rare. And even rarer, it's sexy.
Funny, sexy, and romantic.
Romantic. It is all of those things.
It's like a trifecta.
And you must have known when you read it that, oh, this is a good one. I must do this one.
Yeah. You know, I get sent a lot of these like romantic comedies. I've done quite a few of them, and typically you sort of know where it's going by page 10, and you have a pretty good idea because it's usually someone who's lonely and seeking love and can't find anyone and da-da-da-da-da. And then along comes the wrong person and they fight for half the movie and then they figure out how to get together and then it's done. And this movie, as soon as I started reading it, it's about two people who don't want to be in a relationship, which I sort of thought was a fantastic place to start. But yet they decide that the best arrangement they could possibly have is to just have sex.
So
and nothing more.
So it's called No Strings Attached, is the idea.
And hence, no strings attached.
Yes, and it's you and Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she's a good actor.
She is, and very beautiful as well.
She's
yes.
pretty, too.
And executive producer.
And she produces stuff.
And Oscar nominated.
And Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword to do a movie with someone like this because in one sense, you're across from an amazing actor in every scene, and you get to play off of that, and it's incredible to do. In another sense, it's like a really bright light shining in a dark room. You see all the dust particles in the air. So if you're not up to speed with her, you run the risk of looking very bad.
But you are up to speed with her. Honestly, you're both great in this, and there's real chemistry. We've got a clip. This is, I think, it's right at the beginning when you were drunk and you were in her apartment.
Yeah, I get drunk after my dad is sleeping with my ex-girlfriend, and so I decided to drink that one off.
Which is a nice thing.
I mean, a carefree penis.
A carefree penis.
I mean, what could go wrong?
No one wants a worried-looking penis.
Worried-looking penis is just right.
Listen, not just some sex scenes in this film. There are umpteen.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there's like montages of sex scenes, so you get to do loads, And what struck me was the very first one you did, because you know the sex is very athletic, it's all very good, but the very first sex scene, which is done in kind of we see it from the beginning to the end.
All the way to the end, yeah. It's really awkward when you're doing these scenes, right? Because you have, I mean, first of all, you're in a room and you have about 40 men who are all, working on the film, standing around, kind of looking at your junk, and you know they're taking a peek. They're going to act like they don't, but they're all okay, and they're having and so it's already a little awkward, and you have it blocked out, and you kind of, I mean, I've known Natalie for like a week, and shook her hand before, and now we're doing more than shaking hands, and so yeah, it's all a little uncomfortable. And we did it the first take, and it's sort of from the beginning to the end. And the director comes in, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to orgasm faster." And, and then you're sort of male machismo kind of, and it's like, it would take me much longer than this. I'm already shortening things, and so it's always just about the most awkward thing you can do.
And the other great selling point about this film, lots of nudity. And happily, much of it yours. You're...
Yeah, I like having my stuff out.
Yeah, no, you are very kind of self-conscious. Is that because you did do modelling? Did that help in being able to do things like that?
Nah, I don't know. It's from, like, having brothers and sisters and big it's like, at a certain point, like, the bigger your family is, you're sort of used to people walking in on you, and you kind of stop going like this every time someone comes in the room. So I think it's just kind of that. No, and at a certain point, like, once you do one of these scenes, like, it's not going to change, right? So once everybody on the set's seen you,
that's the end of it.
That's what you're getting. You're not getting, it's really not going to change much.
Because this was a modelling thing I think you did quite recently.
Yeah.
Now, what I found annoying about a picture like that, you look at it and you think, wow, he looks really sexy in small white Wellington boots. I'll get some. It wasn't really the boots. It wasn't the boots. Because that sexy kind of, nearly naked but wearing some clothes, it's a very good look, and it's a look that Greg has used himself as well.
Yeah, Thanks to you, Graham, for showing that, and thanks for the ironic whoop from the women there as well.
Well, it is the poster for your tour.
Oh, I chose it. I chose it, yeah. It's horrendous, isn't it?
It's kind of like the same photo.
Yeah.
You should see it from the waist down. That was truly sickening.
Because being so tall, because what are you, 6'8"?
8, yeah. Ridiculous height.
Yeah. I mean, you mustn't meet that many taller people, and look, there's one now.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
You're a big guy.
Do you ever meet taller people?
Not about height, though, is it?
Do you meet... have you met a taller person?
I have. I met a man in America who was 1 foot taller than me. Yeah. 1 foot. He was 7'8".
Wow.
And I just trotted out all the jokes I've had said to me over the years. What's the weather like up there? He really hated me.
And when did it happen? When did you suddenly become...
It all happened in 1 year, actually, weirdly. I was like 6 foot when I was 16, and I was 6'8" when I was 17. Yeah, strange.
Wow. And did you get lots of nicknames and name-calling and stuff?
Not about my height. It was a weird nickname culture at our school, but not my height, no.
What was your nickname?
I do a lot about this in my stand-up show, nicknames, because our year at school was obsessed by nicknames to the extent that everyone had about 13. And all of the nicknames had no reason for them. I think a good nickname should have no basis. Like, I did have a lot of, tall boy and freak and things like that, height-related. But the one that I got called most was Fitter. That was my nickname, because they said I was an epileptic, right? I wasn't, Graham. I had mild asthma. That was the culture in our school of just... but touring around the country, I've realised that we weren't alone, Everybody, so many schools around the United Kingdom had nicknames that didn't really have a foundation in fact. It's been incredible.
Do you have a nickname?
Oh, I had loads when I was younger, because I used to have red hair. My hair's gone darker as I've grown older, so all the Duracell and Ginger Nut and stuff like that. And then... Ceramic, somebody called me once. What are you to Ceramic? He thought my name was Blumenthal. and then just before coming on here in the green room, having a chat, and someone was saying, "Did you have a nickname?" And one of the friends has got a friend with me. She said, "Oh yes, so-and-so is another chef friend of mine. Apparently, I'm now called Cheston."
Cheston?
Cheston.
Cheston.
That's been a nickname going on behind my back, apparently.
Why?
My chest is
Big.
It's not just to do a bit of working out and stuff. So yeah,
Just a little bit of working out.
Looks like all three of us do.
I thought you were going to say you had a third nipple or something. Like,
We asked the audience if they had any nicknames, and we did get a few in. Ari Olofsson? Ari?
Yeah, that's me, I guess.
You. And now your nickname was?
First off, the name Ari, it's Icelandic, so I'm familiar with skater.
I thought I saw
do
something.
you like it?
Yeah, I do. We all like it.
That explains a lot.
hey, break it up, you two!
Your nickname was?
Right, yeah. I feel quite ridiculous saying this now that I've actually seen the man, but a few years back, some people in Iceland actually started calling me Ashton because they thought I looked like him.
It's spit an image, bud.
To be fair, Graham, he has makeup on. I do.
Rebuttal! I have a rebuttal. I would like you to know, and I will let the world know, you can come inspect if you would like. I refuse to wear makeup on talk shows. I never do, never, not once have I ever, and you can come look if you want, good sir. That's all of me, baby.
Beautiful. I blame the long, dark winter nights in Iceland.
I've got 4 pounds of makeup on. What was your full name?
First off, I actually quite like wearing makeup.
This is like...
You're the most weirdly aggressive Icelandic.
He's the angriest man alive. Move the pole. We've got one more. Raymond Edwards. Where's Raymond Edwards? There's Raymond. Oh, Raymond Edwards. Hello. Now, what's your nickname?
Bags.
This is good. Why is your nickname Bags?
Because at school, the guys reckon that my balls look like 2 pieces of fruit hanging in a plastic bag.
I love that.
Ray,
That's
when was this?
strong.
When you were at school?
Yeah.
What must they look like now?
He can practice playing football while he's walking down the street.
2 melons in a bin bag. Awesome.